Yes, lads, what's going on? Here's a chat to you today to give you some helpful tips for the coming weekend. Um, Weekend league's a huge thing. FIFA's competitive, it's advancing uh, all the while. So I'm here to give you a couple of tips on what I've found to be the most effective when it comes to finishing higher up in Foot Champions. Um, so on screen at the minute, as you can see, it's my current team. I play the 4-4-5-1, so I can get as many people uh, on as much chemistry as possible. Um, so yeah, on screen that isn't how I go in game. My in-game formation, as shown here, is a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Originally it was 4-2-3-1. That's what I was rocking throughout the whole of the weekend. However, I was on such a bad run, I decided I'm just going to change formation. And 4-1-2-1-2 was my go-to formation last year. So I thought, I'll use it this year, and I managed to clutch elite quite well. So the first point I'm going to make when deciding to enter a weekend league or wanting to finish higher is finding a formation that suits you best. I mean, forget everything about the pros. The pros will use 4-2-3-1. However, one, they've got the teams to do it with, and two, you need a certain style of playing. You need to be at their level in order to play a 4-2-3-1. There is some advantages that come with a 4-2-3-1, of course. However, for me, as sort of an average player, at elite level, um, the 4-1-2-1-2 does help me quite a bit. As you can see on screen, this guy had an absolutely insane team. This is what Division 1 gets you. These are the teams that I come up against all of the time. Team of the year Mbappe, Team of the year Neymar, Team of the year Kante. Now, as shown in this clip, this guy had the team to play 4-2-3-1, and as you'll see, he does play that formation. I figured it out quite quickly from the minimap, looking at the minimap from my goalkeeper got the ball. And yeah, you can see instantly I've changed it to attacking, gone to 4-1-2-1-2. And the good thing that I like about 4-1-2-1-2 is when playing teams with 4-2-3-1 is your central attacking mid will always be free. Because there's two holding midfielders, neither of them want to pick him up. As you can see here, Sterling breaks through the lines quite easily, and he's being chased by Matuidi, and he's almost gone past him like he's not even there. He does, however, get tackled, but we keep the ball alive, whatever. So yeah, that's why I play there. And you'll be thinking, well, why have I got Sterling in cam? He's not, he's not 4-star weak foot. He's not 4-star skill. So what? So for me, in cam, the reason I put Sterling in cam is his sheer pace and his dribbling. He makes those intricate things, and he makes those intricate plays happen with his off the ball runs, his dribbling. Creates a lot of space for me to, again, as you can see on screen there, is a goal really. Also, when using a 4-1-2-1-2, is I prefer to have my two central midfielders with whole work rate, so they'll be up and down. But yeah, so the main thing about that is finding a formation that you feel will work best for you as a player. Now, this weekend has proved that 4-1-2-1-2 may be my formation and maybe a formation to choose over 4-2-3-1. There will be an improvement for this weekend. George Best is who I'll have in. I'll be due to complete his SPC this Thursday, as well as having Division 1 rewards. I may take the coins, I may take the tradable packs, with it being an ultimate pack. But yeah, I'll make that decision when it comes to it. So the second thing I'm going to talk about in this would be you need to master timed finishing. It's huge in this game this year. And on screen, as you saw, Jesus put one away, Noel's finesse, time finesse, and this kid broke away here, and it was a good save from a goalkeeper. Riffier, he's just sort of on standby until I get Courtois in. But it was a good save against Ronaldo. But you saw there he didn't use a timed finish. It makes it much harder to score when you don't. You can, there is pros that don't use it. There is tasks that show that he didn't use it. But time finish is huge, and it will improve your game if you can start to master, the greens and the oranges. Even an orange will go in, an early time finish will go in. So, that's key. Is mastering that, taking your time out, to sort of almost master it. Whether you win or lose in rivals, in foot draft, even if you go into online single matches, or even if you go offline, just to try and master that time finishing, because time finesses are huge. So the third point I'm going to make is learn to move your goalkeeper. So moving your goalkeeper will give you an advantage when against your opponent. As you can see there, I didn't move my goalkeeper. I didn't know what side he was going to go, so I left it. However, in previous clips shown, you will see that I did move the goalkeeper for his chance where he was one-on-one with Ronaldo and a move with Fier, and he saved it. And countless times in this game, you'll see me move the goalkeeper. So yeah, it is huge. If you don't know how to do it, press in your right stick and move the right stick in any direction to where you want the goalkeeper to go to. So if you want him to go to the right, you move it right. If you want him to go to the left, you move it left. Or up and down, depending on where your camera angle is. You'll sort of figure it out yourself. However, it is huge. But there are cons that also come with that, and that is, your opponent could outsmart you, and your opponent could, put it the complete other side to where you've just moved your goalkeeper to. If you predicted a finesse shot, they could move that. You could move your goalkeeper to predict that finesse shot, and then they could just put it in the other corner and make yourself look silly. However, more times than not, moving your goalkeeper will save you. It will cost you a couple of times, and you will think, why did I move my goalkeeper? However, that will happen. That if he's going to score the way he did, 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to score even without you moving your goalkeeper anyway. So it is a big positive in this game. A lot of people don't like it, and it does frustrate me when I do come up against someone who's very good at moving the goalkeeper, because it just makes it that little bit harder to score. However, you've just got to learn to outsmart them and try and put the ball in the back of the net. So my main way of scoring this year, and will be the fourth point of this video, is first time finesse shots. As you can see there, it may have been offside. However, that first time finesse is incredible. It gives you that little upper hand. So as I've just spoke about with moving the goalkeeper, the reason you do a first time finesse shot is so the opponent does not have that time to move the goalkeeper. If you play a ball straight across, so this is where the positives for 4-2-3-1 comes into play. So if you've got people on the opposite corners, I've got no clue how that went in, but again, that's a perfect example of they could put it in the opposite corner when moving your goalkeeper. However, with first time finesse shots, it doesn't give them the chance to move the goalkeeper like I just did, and it really does give you that upper hand. And they seem this year that they are a lot more of them go on target. You will miss a couple. They're just a nice saying, but you will see that you will get the odd occasion one that will fly over and you'll think, I shouldn't have done that. But in actual fact, more times than not, it will cause problems. You'll get a corner, you'll score, or you'll at least cause difficulty when going forwards. So yeah, that's a huge positive when attacking. So my next point would be, don't hold R1. There are times in a game where you should use R1, where it is running down the line, where you're tracking back, or if you're trying to pen them in, that is when you use R1, because that is where you're going to want to double up on a player. But you don't want to sit there holding R1, because you'll start dragging players out and you'll start causing yourself more problems than good than what it would be causing. So if you can just learn the times when to do it. So if they're running down the line, again, if they're penned in, so I've just had that throw in, but if they've got that throw in and you want to pen them in, that is the perfect time to use that. Yeah, that double up in defensive style. But there are positives to it, but it can also again cause you a lot of negatives. In the fact that it will cause you problems. If you're up against a good opponent, it will be able to pass it past the second player and even the player that you're controlling as well. So my next one would be player fitnesses. So recently I've been applying the squad fitness every 2 games. A lot of pros do it after every game because they can't stand to them not be on 99 fitness when they start. However, I don't have that many coins to do that. So for me, 2's enough. It's a substantial. If you have to buy them, you've already earned the match coins back from them anyway. So it's a substantial amount. And the reason I do that is because when you go into the 3rd game, you'll start to feel that your players are a lot more leggy than what they would be. And in Foot Champions, if you're reaching extra time, you need that extra little bit of legs to get you over the line and get you that win. There you go. There's a perfect example of the first time finesse. Just on your screen there in the green. Time finesse shot from Son. But yeah, so you will need fresh legs. So I'll find two games is enough. 3 would be pushing it. 4, I wouldn't even bother. But yeah, that's where we are on that front. So the next point I'm going to make is substitutes. You'll see here we're currently in the 52nd minute. I like to make my substitutions around, depending on how they get. If I'm losing, then I'll bring Werner on, who's my striker. I'll take Lucas off to cause some problems. That I'll change at half time if I'm losing. If I'm drawing, it'll be the 60th minute. If I'm winning, it'll be the 70th minute. And I also do take Sterling off in around the 70th minute to 80th minute, depending on how the game's going. For informed Fraser, just because you will feel that it will boost your attack if you do change some attackers. If you want to hold on to a game, I'd probably say bring on another holding midfielder. Say if you've got foot swap Guilavogui, or a good holding midfielder that can come up and really sort of stop the opponent's attacks. That would be the time to do that. However, I like to change my strikers. So Werner is the one that comes on for me instead of Lucas, and Ryan Fraser also comes on as well. But they again may have been offside. Perfect example of moving the goalkeeper. If he was onside, then that's almost certain to be a goal. But I notice it's the 60th minute. I'll make that change. Bring Werner on, and yeah, that's why I like to keep it in the 60th minute because it feels like they give a little bit more of an impact. The opponents are starting to get a little bit leggy. So yeah, that's really the perfect time to bring them on, I find. So my final point will be structure your games. This is probably one of the most important points as well. I like to structure my games 10 a day if I can. If I plan ahead and I find that I haven't really got time to play 10 in a day, so say if it's a Saturday I'm going to the football and I may not be able to squeeze 10 in, then I will try and fit as many in on the Friday or the Sunday and have to make up on the Sunday. But I always do find that when I do that, I always play a lot worse. The more I get past 10, the more I start to lose and the more I start to get annoyed. So recently I've been playing 10. I've been keeping my head a lot more. And yeah, I'm a person that likes a bit of a rage and likes to hit everything and smash his controller about and whatever. But playing 10 is almost sort of my cut-off limit. I like to take regular breaks as well. So after 2 games, I'll go down, have a snack, have a packet of crisps or whatever, have a drink, do whatever, chill out, just take my mind away from FIFA, and then I'm straight back at it for another 2. But I find that's just a way of sort of cooling yourself down from the game. If you've came from a loss, you just want to you want to take a little bit of a longer break, because you'll be in the wrong mindset. You'll be in a losing mindset. So taking yourself away from the game after a loss is huge, and you will notice a big difference. And you'll find that you may not even lose back-to-back games where if you didn't take that break, you may have. So yeah, I would find that taking a longer break after a loss and regular breaks in between games makes a huge difference. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've noted down a couple of tips and you'll take it into your weekend league. And I hope it works out good for you. And I hope you will be able to push on to that next rank. So if you're silver 1, you'll be able to get that gold 2 or a gold 1 or a gold 3. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss another video. I will be uploading a lot more. Exams season's over for me. So yeah, I'll be uploading a lot more frequently. And now I'm starting to hit the heights of FIFA in Division 1 and Elite. I will be uploading a little bit more. And be sure to check out, we'll be doing a George Best review as well, of his prime George Best. So yeah, be sure to check that out as well, and I'll catch you all in the next video.